Hey guys, welcome to a commentary video. I have never done one of these before, but I just had a topic that I wanted to talk about, and I was like, hey, what if I just turned on the mic, wrote up a little script, and then just went for it, you know? And by script, I just mean like an outline. This is gonna be basically improv the whole time, so if I just sound awkward or I don't know how to say words, that's why, because I just don't. But the subject I want to talk about is the new Mario movie that is coming out today, and if you haven't noticed online, some of the critic reviews have been coming out, and they aren't great. Last I checked on Rotten Tomatoes and Metacritic, both of them on both websites, it's sitting around like a 47, 48, which that's not great. That's not a great score to have for a movie, especially one as highly anticipated as this one and with so much marketing behind it. And there's been a lot of reactions online to this score, and a lot of the sentiment has come down to this statement. This is kind of paraphrasing, but I saw a tweet with like 50,000 likes that pretty much said this: "Stop listening to critics. They just hate fun." In reference to the Mario movie score. It's like, oh, they only gave the Mario movie a 48 because they hate fun. And I want to talk about this because I disagree with this statement. Now, just a side note, I have not seen the Mario movie yet, but I don't think the people talking about these reviews have seen it either, so I think we're on level playing ground, and also my points, they don't matter. It doesn't matter if the movie is good or not. These are just general points about the entire industry as a whole. I'm not trying to say, oh no, the Mario movie is good, or the Mario movie is bad, because I haven't seen it. I'm just making a general statement. A critic's job is to review the quality of a film. Whether they think it's well told, well shot, well directed, that's their job. It's like, do we think this is a quality film? Their job is not to review fan service, which I think is the reason a lot of people are going to see this Mario movie. They want to see Mario and Luigi and Donkey Kong. They want to see all their favorite characters on the big screen, well animated. And I totally get that. That's cool. That's fun. I want to go see the movie too for that exact same reason. But if you read a lot of these reviews, they actually like this stuff. Most of the reviews say, yeah, all the references are really cool. But then they also have valid complaints about the movie, and their main issue seems to be the Illumination-isms that have snuck their way into the film. Because unfortunately, Illumination is making this movie, and Illumination has a style. If you've ever seen an Illumination movie, you kind of know what they're doing. They have this super generic animated film vibe. They make the lowest common denominator jokes. They like to put in a bunch of pop songs and stuff. What all the modern kids movies do these days. I wouldn't be surprised if there's some dabbing or flossing because some executive thinks that's still cool and relevant, or whatever new TikTok dance there is that I just don't know about. So this is a valid problem that the critics have, and yet all these people online are saying, oh, they just hate fun because look at all the references, and look, they used the music from the games. It has to be good, right? Well, those things can be good, but the overall movie can still be bad. And then going back to the original statement, critics just hate fun. A movie can be fun, but still not good. I've heard it described by people, particularly a critic I like named Sean Chandler. Go check him out. He describes them as Taco Bell movies, where they're movies that taste good in the moment, but they're kind of just junk food. So kind of like a Fast and Furious kind of movie where it's there's a lot of spectacle, you're entertained in the moment, but you're not really left with anything afterwards. And it's totally fine to make a Taco Bell movie, or even like it. They're designed to be liked, but there's not a lot of substance there, and it's hard to really argue if the movie is objectively good and quality and all that stuff. It seems like fans are getting really defensive when their franchise that they like gets a big movie adaptation, particularly video game movies. Because if you don't know, for the past 30 years, there's been a video game movie curse, starting with the first Mario movie, if you remember that, where basically video game movies never really understood the franchise, and they all just kind of sucked. And I think the fact that these, modern video game movies actually put in an effort to, represent the series, the fans really appreciate it. I appreciate it too. But I feel because of that, they're getting defensive over other elements of the film that aren't really as quality. I'm not sure if the writing in a lot of these movies is that good, but the fans still like them because, well, they feel like movies in that franchise. They feel like the writers put in some effort to acknowledge the fan base, and I think they're over-appreciating that, if that makes any sense. They're using that as an excuse to defend a lot of elements in the movie that really aren't that great and do deserve criticism, but they're saying you can't criticize those things because, well, look, the movie cares about the franchise. There's so many references and stuff. It has to be good for that. But Those are separate things. You can have good references and like good callbacks to the franchise while still just not writing some other scenes really well. To most fans, all they want is their favorite franchise on screen with lots of references and, decent enough character work, decent enough everything else. Like, you don't really care about those things. It all boils down to if they represent the franchise well. And that's cool. If that's what makes you happy, enjoy the movie. Like, genuinely, like, it's good to enjoy things, but that's not how critics scale things. References do not make a movie good, and a critic's job is to look at the entire film package and say, okay, is everything we're given here good and quality, not just the references. Like, again, these critics are pointing out that this Mario movie has a lot of good references and callbacks to the franchise, but that's just one element of a massive film with so many different things going on. And now people online are getting really angry at these critics for not scoring the movie well because they want it to be good, because it's the Mario movie. We love Mario, but critics aren't these wise sages whose opinions are facts. They're just human beings who happen to get paid to review movies, and if they don't like the movie, they've got to be honest with that, whether or not you want the movie to be good. We're all just people with opinions here. This reminds me of the Arlo situation. If you don't know about this, Arlo last year made a video. It was a review of Sonic the Hedgehog 2, where he said he didn't really like the movie, and I think he made some valid points in that video. I'm not the biggest fan of the movie either, but a lot of people got really mad at him and threw a lot of hate his way because how could he hate the movie? Didn't he see all the references to Sonic? There was the Master Emerald and there was Knuckles, and then Sonic, spoiler warning for Sonic 2, he went super at the end and he was like whoosh, 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 wah, and it was crazy doing the tornado. Dude, how could you hate this movie? They care about Sonic. It was so bad that he had to step away from the internet for a while due to all the hate he was getting, and then made an entire 40-minute video trying to defend himself along with the natures of opinions in general. And we should not be at the point where someone has to make a 40-minute video defense because they didn't like a movie. That's bad. We should not be at that point in society. So, do critics hate fun? No, they're just trying to review a movie. Okay, maybe some of them hate fun. I have read a few reviews that are a bit wacky and goofy, but it's definitely not the majority. They're just people doing their job. And critics do not deserve hates for just doing their job and saying how they feel. If you disagree with the rating of a movie, cool. You're allowed to have a different opinion on things. Different opinions are good. Just don't harass people who dislike what you like or vice versa. Maybe instead of blindly ignoring the criticisms and generalizing them as Mario haters, take a second to listen to them and try learning a new perspective. You don't even have to agree with their perspective, just try understanding it because they probably have valid criticisms, and you can agree with the criticisms and still like the movie. And I know we are just talking about a Mario movie right now, but this mindset can apply to so many other areas of life, so just think about how you could apply it elsewhere too. Okay, that's the commentary video. That's about all I wanted to say. It was probably a lot of rambling, but I wanted to say these things, and you can't stop me. Let me know what you think in the comments. Let's start a healthy, productive discussion about this topic without Mario movie spoilers, because I haven't seen it yet, and I don't think a lot of people have seen it yet. I probably will be seeing it either, I don't know, like later today or tomorrow. I don't know yet, but yeah. Also, let me know if you liked this video and you want me to try to do more commentary videos in the future. I mean, like, this was pretty easy to set up. I just wrote down some notes on my phone and then just hopped in front of a microphone. That's it. And then I'm gonna spend like, I don't know, like 20 minutes editing it all together and uploading it. So it's not that hard. So if you enjoy these, like, let me know. I can do more. I can make content. That's it. Have a snazzy, jazzy, good day. Yeah, hey.